Hi, and today we're going to teach you how to factorize and solve a quadratic equation. So, if I were to pose the question, x squared plus 5x plus 6 equals 0, and I told you to solve for x, what would you do? Now, there are multiple ways in which you can do this without a calculator, and that's what I'm going to go through today. How you can go through and solve this equation without a calculator in the simplest means possible. There are two ways to do this, and the first and probably most simple way is by finding two numbers that add up to 5, and those same two numbers have to multiply to make 6. So in this case it's pretty simple because 2x plus 3x, 2 plus 3 rather, equals 5. And 2 times 3 equals 6. So those are basically our answers. So now to write this out properly, so the examiner gives us lots of fun marks, is we have to start by rewriting the equation. We do that by writing x squared plus 5x plus 6 equals 0. We write the second part, which is x squared plus 3x plus 2x, that's a plus, plus 6 equals 0. That's a 0 as well. So why we write this is because it makes it easier for us as well as the examiner to understand. Because as you can see, 3x plus 2x is the same thing as 5x. So that's how that happens. So essentially this is the same thing as that. It just makes it a bit easier for the next step. The next step is essentially to split up this equation into two parts. So what we're going to want to do is split up this first part and the second part to factorize it. That, again, pretty simple. We need to find out the common factors so that we have x plus 3 in the first bracket, and we need the same thing to be replicated in the second bracket. That probably doesn't make sense, but I'll demonstrate. We put x on the outside of the first bracket, put a bracket, then write x plus 3. That is factorized, because x is on the outside, x times x equals x squared. And then x times 3 equals 3x, so that fits. The next step is to do the second half of the equation, and that's again pretty simple. We're going to do plus, and now what we need to do is make sure that the second part of the equation, the stuff in the brackets has to be the same thing on both sides. So if we put 2 over here, we can just put x plus 3. And again, that fits. So then that equals 0. And now we further simplify this. Because this and this is the same, that means we've done it right. And if we've done it right, essentially, this is the fully factorized answer. We take x plus 2 from here, x plus 2, and the x plus 3 is x plus 3 and x plus 3. Essentially, we only write one of them, because that's how it's done. So then what we do is we write in an equals 0 sign, and now we know that x plus 3 and x plus 2 equals 0. Some algebraic solving, we can pretty easily find out what x is. So if we write in x plus 3 equals 0, what we have to do is move the plus 3 to the other side. So what we have is x equals 0 minus 3, and 0 minus 3 equals minus 3. So x equals minus 3. But because this is a quadratic equation, x could have two values. So it's not only minus 3, but we have to do the same for the second answer. So if we do, I'll just write up here. So if we do x plus 2 equals 0, we have to do the same thing to solve for x. So we do x equals 0 minus 2. So x equals minus 2. So we have two answers now. And basically how we write the answer in the end, over here at the very bottom, well, essentially this would be on the same level as that, just I'm messy. So what we write as the answer is x equals negative 3, or x equals negative 2. So that's the answer to the solved equation, and this is how you do it. Hopefully that helped you, and if it didn't, I don't know, Google it. Thank you for watching.